Hello and welcome! I'm going to run through several quick facts that I know you'll find pretty interesting, or even amazing. If you do, be sure to let me know in the comments. All right, let's go. If you have a furry best friend, he or she might understand more of what you're saying than you think. Dogs can understand a significant number of words. Research suggests that the average dog can learn around 165 commonly used words, and particularly intelligent breeds like Border Collies, German Shepherds, and Poodles can learn even more with dedicated training. They also rely heavily on tone of voice and body language to understand your intentions. At any rate, maybe this will give you more reason to pause with what you'll say next. Love. It can be blinding, certainly. To a certain point in time, at least. Love can make you overlook flaws and weaknesses in your partner, especially during the early stages of a relationship when the honeymoon phase is in full effect. Can you relate? Studies have shown that the neural processes responsible for critical assessment of others can shut down when we are in love, supporting the notion that love is blind. This perception highlights the powerful and sometimes irrational nature of love and its ability to transcend imperfections. O'Connell, O'Brien, O'Grady, O'Hara. O. What's with the O's in all these Irish surnames anyway? The prefix comes from the Old Irish word O, or the Gaelic O, both meaning a descendant. Therefore, a name like O'Reilly indicates that the individual is a descendant of someone named Riley or Rickallick. This system was initially used to distinguish individuals and later became a way to identify membership in a particular family. Conversely, the Mac or Mick prefixes in Irish names, like MacDonald or McCarthy, mean son of. Gotta love the Irish. All right, moving on. Know any quirky Mexican food foodies that like chipotle peppers, but not jalapenos? Well, you can break it to them that all chipotles start as jalapenos. Surprised? Chipotle peppers are basically smoke-dried jalapenos. The familiar green jalapeno you see in the grocery store is simply an unripened fruit. If left on the vine, the jalapeno will ripen and turn red. When the ripe jalapenos are smoked over fire, they dry and shrivel up, becoming chipotles. You see? It's a true and spicy story, and you'd be surprised how few people know it. All right, put your mathematical thinking caps on. Did you know that percentages are reversible? They're kind of like magic mirrors. Imagine you have 20% of 50, that's 10. Flip the mirror, and 50% of 20 is also 10. Why does this work? Because percentages are just fancy fractions. When you calculate 20% of 50, you're finding 0.20 times 50. Reversing it, 50% of 20 is 0.50 times 20. Both give you 10. This works because of the commutative property of multiplication, where changing the order of numbers doesn't affect the result. It's sort of like having a reversible jacket, stylish and functional, no matter which way you wear it. Are you a nature lover? Meet the manchineel tree. Its fruit looks tempting, but take a bite and you'll regret it. Even standing beneath it during rain could burn your skin. And the smoke from its smoldering wood? Well, that can cause eye irritation or temporary blindness. Sound like fun? My point is, the manchineel is widely considered one of the deadliest plants in the world, and it's best to steer clear of it if you're in its native habitats like Florida, the Caribbean, or South America. And just so you know, most trees are marked with warning signs, so you've got that going for you. Got a stuffed up nose? Grab an onion or two. Yeah, really. Although there's no scientific consensus to support it, many believe onions, particularly white or yellow onions, can help clear a blocked nose due to their high sulfur content, which is thought to help thin and loosen mucus, making it easier to clear. Don't like onions? Well, Maybe we'll give you another remedy idea in another video. Then again, probably not. By pure coincidence, the Sun is about 400 times the size of our Moon and about 400 times further away from Earth. It's why the Sun and the Moon appear to be the same size and why we experience total solar eclipses, where the Moon can completely block the Sun's disk. And who said astronomy wasn't interesting? Did you know the legendary figure Johnny Appleseed was a real person? His name was John Chapman, who established numerous apple orchards in the American Midwest. He began his work in the 1790s, moving west and planting apple seeds and seedlings to provide food and hard apple cider for settlers. While the legend often portrays him as a barefoot wanderer in ragged clothes, the real Johnny was a businessman with a passion for helping others. The oldest unopened bottle of wine was found in a Roman tomb in the town of Carmona in southern Spain. The urn containing the wine also held the cremated remains of 2 individuals, along with a golden ring, all of which were estimated to be around 2,000 years old. Researchers chemically analyzed the bottle's contents to confirm it was indeed wine, identifying key minerals and biomarkers. All humans who lived before the 1820s had never heard of dinosaurs. Specifically, it wasn't until then that scientists began to piece together the existence of these prehistoric giants. Dinosaur fossils had been found throughout history in various cultures, but people back then often attributed these fossils to legendary creatures like dragons or giants, or they didn't fully grasp their significance as remains of extinct life. All right, this one gets a little sciencey, but I'll keep it brief. Would you believe me if I told you that water can remain a liquid even below its freezing point? It can. When water is pure and completely undisturbed, it can be cooled well below its freezing point without any ice crystals forming. This phenomenon is called supercooling. For water to freeze, it needs a place for ice crystals to start forming with disturbances like shaking or the introduction of impurities. Either can suddenly trigger rapid freezing, transforming supercooled water into ice almost instantaneously. All right, and there you have it. Pretty interesting, right? Thought so. Take a minute and comment your thoughts or which fact you liked best, would you? See you in the next video.